not see me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. I held your hand through all these years. You still
They say, behind every great movement, there is a struggle, and that was the case with SJP. Our humble beginnings began in Rights Room 282 to a crowd of between 20 to 25, and we had very little attention. In fact, the first to arrive were either Muslim or just came for the food. The main event consisted of an opening by Dirk Elhert, the introduction by Muhammad Dina, the lecture by Galu Ghazi, with Dr. Woods from the Political Science Department acting as mediator.
FIU, USF, FSU, FAU, all here, join this coalition against the injustice that Israel is inflicting upon Palestine, and it's just a great feeling.
Eventually, SJP membership strengthened due to effective tabling and rallies. Tabling on any given day would consist of Muhammad, myself, and the Palestinian flag. With enough resources, our members held a silent protest against the blockade in Gaza, and this is how it went.
inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never said.
Some new forces joined us in our second rally that took place in Turlington Plaza for support of the Palestinian statehood bid.
From the sky to the sea! Palestine will be free!
We'll be free!
From the sky to the sea!
Really nice of not nice, but it was good of SJP to be able to create that awareness for others who don't understand it. I mean, I thought I did, and apparently I didn't. But
it was still only the beginning. Our most recent rally took place in the Plaza of Americas, March 2012, for Palestinian Solidarity Month.
Access to food, water, and medical supplies, and even from family members reaching each other. In the event, we were able to fill our wall with messages and facts, just as the real wall is filled with the messages of hope and freedom.
Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crime. Support coexistence, and we want to eliminate the oppression and the occupation that Israel's inflicting upon the Palestinians. We want to see peace, and we want to see justice, and we want to see equality, and we want to see it now.
With a full e-board and some dedicated members, SJP hosted a list of events in Spring 11 called Palestinian Solidarity Week, the first of which was a forum on the similarities between South African apartheid and Israeli apartheid. The speaker, Penny Hess, was from the Uhuru Solidarity movement. and the historical Spring 11 e-board will continue to take SJP to new heights. The last lecture event was by Julia Hurley from APER, American Association for Palestinian Equal Rights. She spoke on her journey from a pro-Israel supporter to an advocate for Palestine. Her trip to the West Bank was critical in changing her views. For our closing ceremony, we held a candlelight vigil for the Palestinian victims. Of all of our events, nothing will be more successful than the Finkelstein event of Fall 11.
You know, dealing with Finkelstein is a task in itself. But all in all, we came through, we persevered, we had a great event, you know. Zionists were upset, which always means you're doing the right thing. And
Muhammad gave the introduction to about 330 people. Everyone came out. Norman Finkelstein would demystify the conflict through basic international laws, common logic, and he gave solutions to how the Palestinians and Israelis should coexist. However, it was a very long speech, and I noticed that some people got distracted. I myself was in a very special section of the room. Even Sarah was preoccupied with something. Before I knew it, Finkelstein concluded with a plea for coexistence on each side.
We have to show that there's a way for everyone. There's a way for everyone to preserve their self-image.
After the event, there was a short Q&A followed by some pictures of some strong allies and some old friends. To the consternation of the Zionists, SJP still wasn't finished. One of our most informative lectures was given by Josh Rumner on the U.S. military aid to Israel and its impact on Palestinian lives.
The level of political violence and the level of death of Palestinian civilians over the past decade would be the equivalent of us in this country experiencing 72 attacks on the scale of September 11th.
Despite some advertisement and financial setbacks, the event was a success.
it was kind of shocking, but it makes me more aware of where my taxes go and what I can do to stop that, which is what his goal is to stop funding potential terrorism of Palestinian citizens. So I really appreciate the SJP for having him out at this very good event.
It was comforting to see that Palestine still had allies in the political arena. For entertainment, we had a poetry night in which many members of SJP gave their views on justice, equality, and oppression. The main event was world-famous poet Remy Kanazi. He was loud, and he loved to get the audience involved. After the event, we took pictures, and you will never guess who managed the table. The best way to keep our members involved was through our meetings, which would consist of our well-known delectable snack selection, our diverse crowd, and emotional documentaries such as Tears of Gaza.
We end up leaving with tears after seeing all these very heartbreaking but real documentaries, and I think it's just a great
Our
cause.
last meeting was elections for a new e-board. Having completed his mission, it was time for Muhammad to move on. But he did leave behind a legacy. Hillel, we got a problem.
On to the next, on to the next, on to the next,